track with that. So here we go. Today marks exactly 365 days since Dr. William Ruto took office as President of the Republic of Kenya. He took the oath of office on the 13th of September 2022 at the Kasarani Stadium. At exactly 12:44 p.m., he uttered the words, "So help me God," while taking the two oaths of office, that is the oath of allegiance of the president and the oath of due execution of the office. Now, you remember that he ascended to power on the basis of what he called the plan. On this day now, and as part of our ongoing coverage here of Ruto in 1 year, I want to take you through that plan one more time. This is what it looks like. It was based on 5 key pillars. That is agriculture and food security, MSMEs and financing, housing, health access, and ICT and the creative economy. Let's take a look at each of these now. On agriculture and food security, he pledged to invest at least 250 billion shillings in 5 years to boost the sector. He also pledged to transform 2 million poor farmers from food deficit to surplus producers. This is because farmers in this country are themselves net buyers from the market. He also planned to raise the productivity of key value food chains and cutting basic food imports by 30%. Now, if we take a look at the second pillar, which is the MSME sector, he promised to provide 50 billion shillings every year to provide reliable access to credit. This is what we now know as the Hustler Fund. In addition, with respect to what they called the hustlers, the plan was to provide 1 street trading premises for every 50 urban residents, increase the daily income of informal traders by 200 shillings, as well as establish an MSME business development center in every ward. Now, the next one is one that has been the subject of quite some talk in the country over the last year. Now, that is the housing plan that aims to build 250,000 new affordable houses every year. And they propose to do this through a public-private partnership arrangement. They have since set up the housing levy, as you know, at 1% of gross salary to be matched by employers in the Finance Act of 2023. Now, this plan went beyond that and also included growing the number of mortgages to 1 million, as well as the establishment of a settlement fund to acquire land and resettle up to 1 million landless families. Now, on the health pillar, the president promised a fully publicly funded primary healthcare system. The plan also proposed to establish new level 6 hospitals in 6 new sites, as well as hiring an initial 20,000 healthcare workers. Now, just last month, the cabinet set in motion the process to scrap the National Hospital Insurance Fund, as we know it, and in its place set up 3 new funds. That's the Primary Healthcare Fund, the Social Health Insurance Fund, and the Emergency Chronic and Critical Illness Fund. This will be done through the establishment of 4 parliamentary bills, namely the Primary Healthcare Bill 2023, the Digital Health Bill 2023, the Facility Improvement Financing Bill 2023, and Social Health Insurance Bill 2023, all of which will now be transmitted to Parliament. Now, let us take a look at the last pillar, and that is the ICT and creative economy. Here, President Ruto promised to construct 100,000 kilometers of fiber optic connectivity network. They also planned to roll out fiber to counties, villages, schools, and over 24,000 businesses and homes. They also pledged to establish Africa Regional Hub and promote the development of software for exports. So how is he doing with all of these promises? Well, the folks over at Mzalendo have what they call a promises tracker. And this is what they found. President Ruto made a total of 182 promises. So this is the breakdown from the guys at the Mzalendo Promises Tracker. They say 12 are completed, 54 are ongoing, 95 are yet to start, 1 has stalled, and another has been modified, with 19 having been broken. But now it's important to put that into context before we all get a little hot under the collar. Remember, those 182 promises are the total pledges over the 5-year period. That is why they have divided these into 4 categories. The first 100 days, short-term goals, which will be in a year, medium-term and long-term goals. So, for instance, out of the pledges that were made, 35 were to be delivered in his first 100 days in office. Out of those, 8 are complete. Among them is the promise to appoint the 6 judges of the Court of Appeal within 7 days. He did this the very same day he took oath of office. Now, another 12 promises are ongoing for the first 100-day period. But for the short-term goals, which were to be achieved within the first year in office, which is where we are now, there were 71 promises. Out of those, 47 have yet to start. 22 are ongoing, 1 is complete, and Mzalendo Tracker puts it at the NHIF, which we know 2.75% is proposed to be deducted. That should take effect in October. And the other one that is broken, the one that they say is broken, is the implementation of the 2/3 gender rule. So, those are the promises. Also, we'll be keen to hear from you what you think about the president's first year in office.